Today, we're going to do a body weight and band workout. So body weight is going to be what we're using for our lower body today. And then for the upper body, we are going to use some resistance bands. And these guys are by Power Systems. I'm going to put a link in the app so that you can find these. It's in its own little folder. We call it a board, but its own little category there, so that you can buy these. And you can get them on Amazon or directly from Power Systems. They don't care if you order 1 or if you order 14. So you can order whatever you need. With these, what I would recommend, depending on your strength level. So for ladies, I would suggest the green is a light band. Get one of those. Red is the medium. Get 2 of those. Blue is the heavy. Get 1 or 2 of these. And they're not expensive. They're usually like 20 bucks, maybe a band. For the guys, I would get 1 red, depending on how strong you are, of course, but 1 red, and then get 2 of the blue. And then depending on your strength level, there's actually the next level up is, I think, purple. So get yourself 1 or 2 of the purple. There's usually also a black, which is like extra, extra heavy. So if you're feeling super strong, feel free to get yourself 1 of those. All right, so we're going to come back to these. We're going to start out with the lower body. All right, so we're going to keep it simple. So start out with, we're going to do some squats. When you do a squat, we are going to start out with your feet hip width apart. And when we say hip width, it's where your hip bones stick out in the front. Keeping your abs pulled in, of course, because, we're Pilates people here. We're going to reach to our sits bones. Those are the bones in your butt. So you're going to reach like there's a chair behind you, and you're trying to reach that chair. So I'm reaching through the sits bones, the weight's in my heel. Come down as far as you are okay with. So with your knees, you might be here, or you might be a little like a shorter squat. That's fine. If your knees are good, see if you can come a little further down. And it's okay to come past 90 as long as your knees are okay. Notice my knees are behind my toes. I'm going to push through the heels to come back up. When you come up, imagine a book on the top of your head. So when I'm coming up, I'm pushing that book up towards the ceiling. On the way up, you should feel the glutes. On the way down, you should feel the lower abdominal muscles. Okay, so you're keeping that engaged. So when you do these, and I'm not going to do the whole workout with you. I already worked out today. But when you do these, I would do a set of about 8 of them, and then do something else, and then come back and do another 8. 8 to 10 is good. You can break up workouts during the day. So let's say you sit at your desk all day long. It's a great idea. Set an alarm on your phone about every half hour or so. Get up and do a few squats. So let's say you come down. What I would suggest is come all the way up on your toes, bring your arms up. Come back down, come all the way up on your toes. This helps get your lymph moving. I do this during the day because I'm working on healing skin down in my lower legs. And this helps move that up because your calf muscles will pump that fluid up out of your lower legs. So you can do like 10 of these, go back to work, a little later, take a break again, do another 10. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they call them exercise snacks. And they have done studies that breaking up your exercise into little chunks is just as effective as doing them straight out together. So, like let's say you normally walk for half an hour, you're having a crazy day. You do a little 10-minute walk here, a little 10-minute walk here, a little 10-minute walk here. It's just as effective as doing the 30 minutes straight out. So with your squats, again, plug them in during your day. You get your glutes firing. That they've actually done studies. That's really helpful health-wise for you. Okay, so another exercise for lower body is the dreaded lunge. Before I did Pilates, I've been a trainer for 18 years? Yeah, 18 years now. Lunges were one of my favorites because they're such a functional exercise. So your standard lunge positioning is you slide your foot back. My feet are actually about hip bone width apart. I slide my legs straight back. I'm on the ball of my foot in the back. I'm nice and tall. I'm going to bend that back knee. So notice I'm coming down to about 90 degrees in each knee, and then I come back up. You should feel this in the glute. You probably feel it in the quad. Of course, you've got your abs buttoned up, right? So we're straight down and straight up like there's a rope attached to your head. And then, of course, we're going to go to the other side, and same thing. Heels up, bend the knee, and back up. So I'm just going to do a few of these so you can see what that looks like. All right, so that's your basic lunge. Now, you can also do a walking lunge. These are fun. I used to have my clients do these and walk around the gym I used to work at. They loved them. Believe me, it was their favorite. So you're going to step out into your lunge, lower the back knee, step through, lower the back knee. So you're literally walking and lunging. So again, put these in during your day, or maybe you just go straight out and do like 8 to 10 of them, do something else, come back to another set. When you're doing a full low body workout, well, you're doing a workout. What I like to do is do lower body and superset it with upper body. So you're really maximizing your time. Or you can do lower body and then do some Pilates mat exercises, which is another workout that's on the app, and then come back and do some more lower body. So you're maximizing your time. Okay, another way of doing a lunge. So actually, I'm going to do a side squat first. I'm going to step out to the side. I'm going a little wider than my hips. I'm going to squat. I come back to start. So we're starting to move now with our squat. So I step out, squat, back up. Other side, step out, squat, back to start. So we'll do one more that way. So now I can start to travel with this. So I'm going to squat to the side, back to the middle, other side, back to the middle. So again, this is just another variation, but you're doing a little more work in the lateral muscles to push off. One thing I like to do with these is practice your balance. Step out to the side, push off of this foot, and hold. And then come back down. Squat, come up, hold. So I'm actually working both hips in a different way because this one's got to stabilize. Same thing on the other side. Step out, come up, hold. So you squat, come up, hold. One more. So when you do these, maybe do 5 to 8 to each side. And maybe start by doing 1 and 1 because you need to figure out where you are endurance-wise, because you don't want to do like 8 on one side and find out you can only do 3 on the other side. Now, I can take that into a lunge by stepping out further to the side. So this leg's straight, this leg's bent, push up, hold. A little more challenging. So I step out, come up, hold. And then we'll do the same on the other side. We step out, leg straight, and back up, hold. So we do our lunge and hold. We'll do one more of these just as a demo. All right. So you've got some different options here. And then also with lunges, you can do like we did with the squats. Step out into the lunge. I would say start with squats. It's a little easier to get better form on a squat than it is with a lunge. It's a little more weight going to the outside, and we don't want to strain your knees. Let's see, one more type of lunge. Actually, I'll give you 2 more types. We'll do our front and back lunges. So I'm going to lunge forward, right? So now this is like our walking lunge, and then I come back to here. And I can alternate and step forward and come back. So there's forward. That makes sense why we're calling it that. And then you can also go back. And notice my form. I'm dropping that back knee straight down. I'm staying tall in my torso. You can put the two together. It becomes a more complex pattern of movement. So I'm going to lunge forward, and then I'm going to go back on the same side. So I go forward, and then I go back. And then we'll do the other leg. So we go forward, and then we go back. I like to do the pause because I have to stabilize. So I'm working on my balance. At the same time, I'm working on my muscles. All right. One more type of lunge. I call this one around the world. So I'm going to go on one leg. I'm going to step to the front, come up, hold. Step out to the side, come up, hold. Go to the back, come up, hold. Switch sides, step forward, hold, out to the side, hold, and to the back, and hold. We'll go one more time around. You go forward, hold, side, hold, back, hold. Other side, forward, hold, side, hold, back, and hold. All right, so that gives you a good variety of things. Doesn't mean you have to do all of them in one workout. Maybe one day you're doing squats. You're doing like squat-o-rama. It's good to have it given a name. So you do all the squats. Maybe another day you do all the lunges. Or maybe you just do one kind of lunge. Or, like I said before, maybe you plug squats in your day as you're working. Another quick exercise for the lower body and for balance. Come into Pilates stance. So legs are together, toes are a fist width apart. Squeeze your legs. You're going to lift your heels up and hold. You feel your glutes kick in, you got to stabilize yourself, and then you come back down. So we come up, we hold, and we come back down. Now, this is a great one to do if you're on your feet all day, because like I mentioned before, your calf muscles, they call it like our second heart. They will help pump the fluid and blood up out of your lower legs. So this is a great one to do to get things moving in your body. It seems little, but it's actually pretty challenging because, again, you're working on your balance and you're getting that fluid moving out of your lower legs. All right, so now let's go to upper body. And first thing we're going to do is work our back muscles. I am going to take my heaviest band. So guys, you might have a purple or a black band. Ladies, go for your blue. Unless if you're really strong, get yourself a purple or a black. So we're going to hook this around, hook it around a pole, like if you have a pole in your basement or a tree, something solid. Do not hook it around a doorknob, you'll pull it off. We're going to take our feet hip bone width apart and do a little squat like you're sitting on the edge of a chair, and I'm going to pull straight back. So this is a row. I'm working my back muscles, and I'm also working my bicep muscle. So as I pull back, I'm getting here too. So I'm staying nice and tall, and I'm pulling straight back. Notice on this, I'm not going and trying to like squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm letting my arms move in the sockets, and I'm going to call it naturally. All right, now you can change this by just changing how you're holding the band. Flip your hands down, and then elbows go out to the side. So you're going to feel this a little more in between the shoulder blades. All right, so when you're doing these, I would suggest do like 10 to 15 repetitions, or see how many you can do. Maybe you're like 8 is your max, that's okay. Do these, do another exercise, and then come back to this. So you work your back, then maybe we do a chest exercise, or you do this, you do some squats and some lunges, come back to these. And it's up to you how many sets you do. We typically do 2 to 3 sets of an exercise. Sets is I'm doing the exercise and I'm doing like 8 to 10 repetitions. So this is a repetition. A set is 8 to 10 of those. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, now we're going to switch off and go to my middle weight bands. So ladies, those are reds for you. Guys, it's probably the blues for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these is loop them around my pole. I take one handle, whoops, and I throw it, no. I take one handle and put it through the other so I can hook these to the pole, like so. If you're watching the sun setting outside my windows here, it's pretty much set. And then we'll do the same with the other one. Okay, so we hook that around, bring that up here. All right, so now I've got, and I'm just setting these two so they're roughly about the same height coming off the pole. So I'm going to turn around, put my hands in the handles. This may not work with the camera. No, hopefully it'll work. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do some push-ups. This is actually, we're taking a Pilates exercise that we normally do with resistance bands, and we're doing this with, that we normally do with springs. We're going to do it with resistance bands. Your legs are in Pilates stance. So legs are together, toes are a fist width apart. Press your arms out straight and find where you need to be to have enough tension on your bands. Squeeze your legs, put a little weight in your toes. So if you notice, I have a little lean into the wind. My body is going to stay still. I'm going to bend my elbows like a push-up, press out, reach into the handles. I'm going to move forward a little bit here. The further out you are, the more tension you'll have. When I press out, where I'm feeling this is here in my serratus anterior. So these are your push-ups. So from there, you want to do, let's say about 5 to 8 of those. From there, we're going to start raise. Raise is I press out, arms in the sockets, and I'm going to bring the arms up in the sockets, bring them back in front of me. Start with this part of the exercise. And again, do 5 to 8 of them. Then we put those together. So I do my push-up, and then I come into raise. And actually, the entire raise exercise is both of these together. So again, do like 5 to 8 of these. When your arms come up, if you've got them in the sockets and your abs pulled in, you'll feel it all the way down here. Next one, we're going to work on our triceps with what we call salute, also called shave the head in other setups, like if we're on the reformer and we're seated, it's shave the head. On here, it's salute. I'm going to bring my thumbs and fingers together and make a diamond shape. I've still got my lean into the wind. I'm pressing straight. I'm pressing ahead and up at a high diagonal, and then I bend my elbows. My elbows point straight ahead. So where I'm looking to feel this is in my abs, in my triceps, in my serratus anterior. Okay? So again, we press out and back to here. Okay, now I'm going to bring my arms out to the side. I've got a little bend in my elbows. I'm going to reach through my pinkies and hug a tree. And then I reach out a little bit and come back to start. Start is with my elbows a little in front of my body. Notice I still have that lean into the wind. So we scoop and then back. We're hugging our tree. With these exercises, you only have to do one set, but we're doing a whole bunch of exercises. So we're going at these, the upper body, just like we would if we were using arm springs on the equipment here in the Pilates studio. All right, another exercise. This is Joseph Pilates called this boxing. So we want a little more tension. If you notice, I just move forward a little bit. I'm going to start here, and I'm literally going to punch straight ahead. And again, adjust your bands however it works for you. I mean, honestly, if I was doing this as a workout, I'd probably switch over to the blue bands for myself. But the reds, you know, you're going to start to feel this because at this point, I'm on what, exercise number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you start to feel this in the arms, and you'll feel it especially in your triceps, which is kind of fun. One more while we're here, we're going to do what's called butterfly. Butterfly, I start like hug a tree. This is an advanced exercise. It's kind of complicated, but just take your time with it. Everything from the hips down, stay still. I'm going to bring my right arm across at a high diagonal. My left arm comes behind. I look over my back shoulder. It's okay if this goes slack. Then I start to come back to the middle. I'm going to bring my hand up and catch the tension. My arms come back through to here. So notice I stop right here. It's kind of like our hug a tree. And then I go the other way. So I come up and across. I'm looking over my back shoulder. This one goes a bit slack. Push into those bands. Come back to the middle. So we come across, look over the back shoulder. Come back through the middle. Notice from the waist down, I'm not moving. When you turn, you're going to get a good stretch. And one more. We're going to finish where we start, right in the middle. Now, if you want to stretch across your chest, just walk forward. Let those bands gently pull the arms open. All right. And then I'm going to just, pardon me for a second. I should have closed these before I started doing a video. So hang on one second here. Down the hall from me is a gentleman that does baseball training, and they're having a busy night. So that's what all those headlights are out there. All right, there we go. Now we don't have headlights shining in. Okay, so while I've got these hooked on the pole, let's do a little rotator cuff. I only need one band for that. Now, depending on your strength level, usually for guys or a stronger female, we go with the red. For most ladies, we go with the green, the lighter band, but try it and see what works best for you, of course. So I'm going to take this band, I'm going to hook it up so it's a little bit below my belly button, bring it across my body. My elbow goes against my side. The key is to keep your elbow against your side. The rest of me stays straight, and I'm going to pull that band out. So notice I'm going out to the side. The elbow is touching my side. So with this, what I like to suggest is start on your weaker side. We're working on rotator cuff up here in the shoulder. So see if you can do, let's say, 8 to 10 repetitions on your weaker side. You might get closer to 15. That's okay. And then once you've done the one side, we're going to switch to the other side. Pardon my back, elbow against your side, and you're going to rotate out. So you want to set the pace with your stronger arm. And the key to this is that elbow has to stay touching your side, wrist stay straight as you rotate. All right. So let's give you, I'm just thinking it to myself out loud here, we're going to give you one more shoulder exercise for your delts. Now for this, depending on your strength level, ladies, you actually might want 2 light bands for this one. Or if you're stronger, you'll go with the 2 reds. Guys, you'll probably go 2 reds for this one. So for this one, drop your band on one end of it on the ground. You're going to stand on your band. And then from here, bring your arms around behind your shoulders. We're going to press up to the ceiling come back to 90 degrees. I always think of this as, we call this goalpost arms. Okay? So we press up, back to 90 degrees. Where I am feeling this, I'm feeling it a little bit here, but where I'm really feeling it is in my serratus anterior on the side, which tells me my arms are in the sockets. And I'm feeling my abdominal muscles too. And with this one, figure again, 8 to 10 reps. That's kind of our magic number when we're doing this kind of a workout. All right, so one more exercise. Actually, maybe we'll give you 2 more exercises. One more exercise we're going to do over here is, this is our chest expansion, is what we call this in Pilates. You're going to take usually a medium weight band. You might want a little heavier, but try the medium. And then I'm moving this so it's roughly across, a little lower than my chest is where I'm at. I'm going to even that out. I'm standing in my Pilates stance. So legs are touching, toes are a fist width apart between the base of the big toes. I'm going to press the arms down. I pull up really tall, and then I let the arms come forward. So where I'm feeling this right now is a little bit around my shoulder blades, and I'm feeling it in my serratus anterior here. We're going to add a head turn. So do a few of them straight on. That just lets you get in the right form. Notice my neck is nice and long. Then I'm going to press down and hold it. I turn to my right. I lead with my ear so my neck is straight. I turn to my left. I come back to the middle. Arms come up. I press down. I turn to my left. I turn to my right. Back to the middle. Arms come up. Then we add breathing. Inhale as you press down. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. Exhale back to the middle. Arms come up. Press down and inhale. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. Exhale back to the middle, arms come up. Inhale as you press down, turn to the right, turn to the left. Exhale back to the middle, arms come up. Inhale, turn to the left, turn to the right. Exhale back to the middle, arms come up. One more set on each side. So we inhale, turn to the right, turn to the left. Exhale back to the middle, arms come up. Last one. Inhale as you press down, turn to the left. Turn to the right, exhale back to the middle, arms come up. You'll feel that a lot in your triceps, in your serratus anterior, in your abdominal muscles. Okay, and then the last exercise I'm going to give you in this workout, simple bicep curls. Nothing too crazy with these. So we're going to take your band. You can loop it under one foot. I'm using the medium weight one. If you're a little stronger, feel free to go to one of your heavies. If you're not as strong, let's see if I can get this under my foot. There we go. Feel free to go with one of the lighter ones. So real simple with bicep curls. Bring those hands up towards your shoulders. Elbows point down. And then again, we're going to do 8 to 10 reps on this one. So the ones with less repetitions, like chest expansion, it's 3 sets basically, with each rep being where you press down and turn and back to the front. We do 3 sets on that. And that's our Pilates number of repetitions that we do on there, or 3 sets on there. Because we're doing all these other exercises to hit all those muscles. So we don't need to sit there all day. Joseph Pilates used to say, you don't need to sit in a muscle group so long that it's exhausted. So that's where when we're doing our other exercises, like I said, 8 to 10 repetitions is great. And then you do like 2 to 3 sets. We're not trying to stay in that exercise all day. You're better off to build in different exercises and work your body in different ways. Don't just keep working the same muscle group in the same way. We want to hit it from different directions so you get stronger all the way around. All right. So if you have any questions, of course, you can always email me. It's amy@metamorphosispb.com. I'm amy@metamorphosispb.com. And like I said, on the app, I'm going to put a link in there so that you can get your own bands for home. All right. Thanks.